Bitcoin price prediction and Bitcoin news in today's video. What's going on, everyone? Win with Ryan here, and we're going to start this video off with a quick giveaway. We're giving away $100, and all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment below. Every single comment gives you an entry to win, and then go over to winwithryan.com to make sure that you are subscribed to my Make Money newsletter. That's where we announce the winner every single month. So with that being said, keep winning. Holy crap, Bitcoin. So let's jump into Bitcoin today. We got some stuff going on over here on the charts. Let's go ahead and clean the charts up a little bit here for you guys. What we're going to take a look at today is where is Bitcoin going in the short term. So we've been talking about potentially this Bitcoin returning to $30,000, and that's still definitely a possibility, and we're going to jump into that. But what I want to do today, we're going to go ahead and clean the charts completely. Boom. There we go. Naked chart. All we have here is our RSI with some Bollinger Bands right here. And we're going to use this a little bit in today's video. We are on the daily chart for Bitcoin. Today, we are down $865, down 2% on Bitcoin. So that's the information that we're going to use. Just want to give you guys a heads up on that. I'm also going to pull from an article. What we're going to do, we're going to jump these charts. We're also going to go into a price analysis here. And we are going to jump into the crypto news. We're going to find all the Bitcoin information, all the trending information that's going on in today's video. So stick with me here. We're going to do charts, analysis, and the news. Starting here with the charts, we're going to actually use one of my favorite Bitcoin chart analysis people, Rakesh Upadhyay over here from Cointelegraph. And we're going to use his Bitcoin information, and then we'll plug all of our information on top of that. So right here, you can see the trend lines that they have is the 20 exponential moving average, and also the 50 regular moving average. So what we have on our charts, actually, we just use our market cipher A, and right now market cipher A for us, we do have the 50 and the 21 moving average in here. So we are using that. And as you can see, price did try to come back up to that 21, but rejected down. Now, the next thing we're going to use is the prices here. So we got 52,088. So it says here, as far as Bitcoin goes, Bitcoin bounced from the first support of 36,250, and the bulls will now attempt to push the price above the overhead resistance of 39.6 on the 50-day simple moving average. So we're going to go ahead and mark those marks off. So we're going to do 36,250 and 39,600. So 36,250. What we do is we come over here, we grab our horizontal line, plug one in, grab another horizontal line, plug it in. And then what we can do is just change the settings. So if we go settings here, we need 36,250. This one is at 36,570. We're going to jump to 250. Okay. And we're going to mark that. We're also going to change that color to red because that's going to be our bottom line support, as we talked about in just a second ago. And then this one is going to be 39,600 also. So 39,600. And I'm doing this so that way you guys can actually do these charts on your own as well. So just want to give you guys that information. We're going to mark that there. We're going to bump that one into red also. All right. So that is our little channel that we're trading inside of right now. So again, Bitcoin bounced off the 36,250, and the bulls were trying to surge that price to the 39,600. Okay. And then the 50-day simple moving average of 40,615, which we have here, which is the yellow line, 40,615. Okay. So the price bounced off of our price here, ran up. So far, it did get really close to this overhead resistance, did not break through, and did not continue its way up. So it has started to pull itself back. If the bulls manage to make that run to the top, the pair could rise to 45,821, where the bears will likely make a stiff resistance. So now we're going to mark off 45,821, 45,821, and we're going to do that with our green. So 45,821, 45,821, and we're going to turn this one to green, because once we break through there, the price will then surge to the next level up. So what do we have going on with Bitcoin right now? Well, Bitcoin is looking like it's going to drop and retest off this zone again. We do also have that $30,000 potential of it coming back down. Right now, it's going to continue, hopefully running up. Today, obviously, we have 11 minutes left in today's candle. So not a very, very good day. Doesn't mean that our momentum isn't going to continue, because as you can see, our RSI has started to slope up. We are currently on the 39. We want to be above the 50 level for it to be positive to move to the upside. The long wick on today's candlestick suggests that the bears are attempting to flip that 39,600 into a resistance, and the downsloping averages and the relative strength index, RSI, which we just talked about, is in the negative territory, meaning below the 50, suggests that the bears currently have the upper hand for today. A break and close below 36,250 will signal the resumption of the down move, and the pair could then decline to 34,000 and then later retest the January 24 low of the 32,917. So like it says here, if this breaks back down below here, then we could see it retesting this zone all the way here. And then if we go ahead and turn on our Fibonacci candles and we go back in time, we go to that section right here, which is the last down candle before the up move. And that up move was all the way back here in July, right? So the last candle before the July up move, that puts us in our supply and demand section here, which will be here. You can cap that off. There we go. So that zone would be our ultimate, like, oh no, holy crap, support and resistance supply zone. And price is likely to come back to that zone before we do get our next spring to the upside, whether that's now. I mean, we might have a little fake out to the upside, then the breakdown. If we take a look with our Fibonacci, what's going on with this most recent move. So the lowest point of Bitcoin to the highest point of Bitcoin takes us right there on the Fibonacci. So our most recent fibs, you can see here that the price did come and it tapped that 7.0 line twice. And it looks like it may be heading to tap that 7.0 line for a third time before taking off to the upside. So we do have a lot of support right here. So support, support, support. You can see all these wicks tried to break down there. We do have a lot of support in this zone that it would have to break through to get back to this area. But right now, this is in a great buy territory where a lot of the bulls will typically step in when they use the Fibonacci's to trade. And also looking at the fact that we're so far down below the moving averages, buying it back up to the moving averages is always likely as well. Obviously, with all the crazy news and all the war talk and all this, that, and the other, we are having a little bit of a downtrend for the last couple of days, unfortunately. If we do also turn on a couple of different things here as well, the super trend, it is now in a daily downward super trend, a sell trend for the last 3 days. And we did talk about that 3 days ago when it got to that level. We did run up today and nearly got to that resistance level that we're talking about here, the 39,600, but it actually just got back to that 5.0 level of the Fibonacci. So it decided to run up through the 618 yesterday, all the way up to the 5.0 today, and then retraced all the way back down into this zone. As of right now, the bulls are trying to battle this thing back. You can see that it is coming back to the upside. It got all the way down to 37,000, and now it's going up 37,300. So we'll see where this thing closes, like I said, in 7 minutes, and we'll check back on that in just a few minutes. What we're going to do now is run through the news and see what's going on over there. All right, so coming over here to Crypto Panic, this is one of my favorite news aggregator sites. By the way, if you are new here and you are not subscribed, please make sure you select that subscribe button. We are currently at 274,000 subscribers, on our way to that 300,000 subscriber mark, and you can help us get us there. If you are already an existing subscriber, thank you so very much. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. So we are finding out that the thumbs up button really does rule all of Bitcoin. So if you could do us a huge favor, smash that thumbs up, that would be great. So jumping over here to the news, what we'd like to do, this is the normal news. This is all news, everything that's going on. I like to come right over here to this section though, which is the trending section. It says here, the very first one, former SEC executive convinced there's a good chance the government agency will lose XRP legal brawl with Ripple. That's awesome news. In fact, if you go back to 2 videos ago and yesterday as well, we covered a little bit of the XRP charts yesterday, but 2 days ago, holy crap, XRP. If you go take a look at that video in our segments there, you'll see that I went over in detail about the fact that SEC is going to lose this case. There's a whole bunch of reasons why they're going to lose this case, but go back in the video. I don't want to go into a long-winded deal here. This is a very important Bitcoin video for us. So EU on track to ban Bitcoin, says the report. So the European Union is losing the fight against Bitcoin. So they're just deciding that they want to go ahead and ban it altogether. Cardano whales take ADA accumulation to a whole new level as almost half of the ADA supply gets scooped. So that's really good news. We've been talking about some great information about Cardano the last couple of days. Today's candlestick, it actually ran up really nice for the day, but right now they are all the way back down to -2%, which is really weird because it was up 7% last night. Mexican center plans to follow in El Salvador's footsteps by legalizing Bitcoin. So Mexico's getting on board with that. Bitcoin adoption, Mexico en route to becoming the next El Salvador. Mexican senator plans to introduce bill to make Bitcoin. So that's the biggest trending news, is that Mexico looks to be adopting Bitcoin next. Let's dive into this Mexican senator to propose crypto law. We need Bitcoin as legal tender. Indira Kempis, a senator representing Nuevo León state in Mexico, is working on a crypto bill based on El Salvador's Bitcoin law. So amid El Salvador, by the way, El Salvador has had really, really great returns, and their GDP is exploding because of Bitcoin, which is really exciting for them. So amid El Salvador reporting on cases of positive impact of the country's Bitcoin adoption, a government official in Mexico has once again urged the country should follow El Salvador's example on Bitcoin. Indira Kempis, a senator representing Nuevo León state, is confident that Bitcoin should be legal tender in Mexico because its adoption can potentially drive global financial inclusion. What do you guys think? Do you think Mexico should adopt Bitcoin? Is that a very smart thing? Should they get involved in the crypto? Let me know down below. Comment 777. Let me know what you're thinking. The senator is now developing a cryptocurrency bill based on El Salvador's Bitcoin law. She expects to introduce the bill to the Mexican Congress this year. Kempis said in an interview with El Salvador in English publication after visiting El Salvador a few weeks ago. It's clear to me that financial exclusion is one of the public problems that few of us have addressed with feasible alternatives, and that this type of technology is allowing us to generate an alternative so that millions of people can be included in the financial system, Kempis said. The senator went on to say that Bitcoin adoption is a historic opportunity for countries around the world to address issues like inequality and achieve financial inclusion. The senator also suggested that Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele could have started a Bitcoin revolution that has the potential to reach all countries. Making Bitcoin a legal tender means putting a level playing field for people who are excluded in almost all countries, she added. Taking office in 2018, Kempis has been actively promoting the crypto industry in recent years, joining the Laser Eyes movement in July of 2018. She has been into the cryptocurrency industry for years, surrounded by a community of crypto entrepreneurs, developers, and enthusiasts, the senator said, adding, "Now that I am participating in politics, I seek to promote it." As previously reported, other Mexican senators, including Eduardo Murat Hinojosa, were working on crypto-friendly legislation shortly after Salvadorian Legislative Assembly passed the Bitcoin law in early June of 2021. In October, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador declared that the country was unlikely to follow in El Salvador's footsteps by adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. The latest news comes amid the cryptocurrency industry's growing momentum in Mexico recently, with major global crypto exchange Coinbase launching instant crypto withdrawals in Mexican pesos last week. So that's really big news for them as well. Ricardo Salinas Pliego, Mexican billionaire businessman and founder of Grupo Salinas, took to Twitter last Friday to recommend the public buy BTC and forget about selling. He previously advised people to buy BTC in 2021, calling fiat money like dollars and euros fake money and paper lies. I freaking love it because it is true. The fiat currency is fake reserve fractional banking. It's all a rigged system. There is no money backing any dollars that you currently own. So if we can get on board with something that people back and can trust and can believe in, you can't just print as many Bitcoin as you want. So really, really huge news for Mexico. Hopefully they get this passed and hopefully they can start, really taking things to the next level for their country. Mexico's a beautiful country, beautiful people, and it would be awesome to see them succeed and have exponential growth for their country and their people for sure. Viva la Mexico and viva la Bitcoin, right? That's pretty cool for you guys. Really excited to see what happens in Mexico. All right, so taking another look, what I would like to do here, we're on the weekly as well, just the final touches here for the video. We're going to go to the most recent low, which was all the way here, which was back in June of 2021. We're going to go up to the most recent high, which was our new all-time high, that 68,766, it looks like. And let's test the Fibonacci on that. So let's see on the weekly scale, we went ahead and tested the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and where have we come back to? So far, the price ran up and away, and then came back and tapped this zone, which is the 7.0 zone, ran away, came all the way back. It actually dipped way beneath the 786. And that's when people were really starting to think that, which was just a couple of weeks ago, that Bitcoin was definitely coming back to that $30,000 mark and retracing all the way back for a double tap before the taking off. But we'll see what happens. So looking at this though, unfortunately, it doesn't play out properly with the Fibonacci in that case. So we would actually have to go down to a more deeper low than that, which would be all the way back to here, which is actually March 9th of 2020. So we go all the way back to March 9th, 2020 before that massive, massive run up. And we take a look at where this hits now. There we go. All right, so now what has price come to? Now this is a more interesting view here. So you can see that the price ran all the way up, did its new high at that time, came back down and tapped that 618 level, then took back off to the next level up, making another new all-time high. And now it has come back into the zone. And it actually just this week touched off the 5.0 level, which is interesting, right? So if we take a look, and a lot of times it'll come to the 618, then it'll come to the 5, then it'll climb up to 382, then it'll climb to the upside. So that's an interesting look and an interesting take. It just bounced off of that 0.50. It had breached it before, but it's tapped it once before, just 3 weeks ago, tapped it this week. There's 4 days left in this week's candle. So if we battle back from here, it's actually taking a look at the fib. A lot of people use the weekly Fibonacci. They buy when things hit the 5.0 levels. And this is very much a likely situation. As you can see, last time when it got to the 618 level, it really got bought up hard, came back, tapped and bounced off that 50 moving average. And then when it took off from there, recently on our weekly, we came down below. The body actually closed on, which is interesting. So look at that. It wicked down. It ran up hard. The bulls bought back in, got the bodies to basically close right on that level. 3 weeks ago, it wicked on that level. And now it's defending again. So that's really, really good news. I mean, otherwise we do break down, potentially tap this 618 another time. So that would actually bring us to 28,000. I mean, the supply and demand zone, if you take a look here where all the wicks are, it's wicked a whole bunch of times into this zone. So it is likely, if we continue this bearish momentum, getting back into this 31,000 again is actually a very likely scenario. But like I said, if the bulls step in, we buy from this section on the Fibonacci, we could be moving to the upside. And if you take a Fibonacci and you take the next measured move, where are we going? Let's go ahead and get our price label. The 0.50, a half a measured move, takes us to here, 101,573, while a full measured move, a half a measured move is very much a realistic situation. In fact, coming to the 5.0 line, which is what it just tapped off of, is a half measured move to the downside. The half measure move to the upside brings us to 101. And then we have $134,000 on the full measured move. So if we take the same distance from here to here and we go to the upside, it takes us all the way up to there. But a half a measured move, which right now, like I just said, we are down a half a measured move at this 5-0. If it takes off from there back to all-time high and then continues its run up above there, we're at 101,573 according to the Fibonacci's, which is a really big play a lot of times in this situation. Right now, we do have the only negative thing is right now our RSI is sloping down so hard inside of the weekly chart. So we're here on the weekly. Let's look at the monthly chart, see what we get on the RSI here. So our RSI is also crashing hard on the monthly. In fact, what's really interesting here, if we look at this, and I mean, this is a really bad sign because if we take a look at the price went up and then our RSI, which relative strength, crashed severely. Like that is a really hard downtrend versus that price there. So that's why we are coming down so low, because this was a horrible, I mean, I guess this should stop here, but that is a very, very severe divergence. The interest in the token was declining, price was going up. Now we're having a pullback. All right, so jumping back over to the daily, Bitcoin is trying to battle back now. The new daily candle has started. We got a little wick here. As you can see, there's a little tiny baby wick at the bottom. So it did already have a little bit of a retracement. So we could be headed to the upside. Look for this to come all the way up to our moving averages like we talked about. This is really positive news. It could be bouncing off this 5-0 line here and taking us to the next upside. So let me know down below in the comments how you feel about Bitcoin, where it's going. And also, don't forget to join the Run Guys community. This is how.